now. So keep your back straight and neck head straight in one line, your right palm on your left. So gently close your eyes and focus your mind to this bell sound and follow the sound, please. And while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. And do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So bring attention to your body and scan head to toes 3 times yourself and say Swapatveva, oh, may I be well and happy. 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. And detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation, and then later observe the impermanent, unsatisfactory nature and selflessness. Rise with your sensation followed by the inhalation and exhalation. Or you can just observe the change happening moment by moment. So in the beginning, we're going to relax our body step by step. Following my words, mentally relax your body, please. Relax your head. Relax your forehead. Relax your eyebrows. Relax your eyes. Relax your ears. Relax your nose. Relax your upper lip. Relax your lower lip. Relax your chin. Relax your whole face muscles. Relax your teeth. Relax your tongue. Relax your mouth. Relax your throat. Relax your neck. Relax your shoulders. Relax your arms, elbow, forearms, palms, fingers, fingertips. Relax your whole back muscles and relax your spine. Relax your chest and relax your abdominal muscles. Relax your lungs. Relax your heart. Relax your liver. Relax your kidneys. Relax your gallbladder. Relax your pancreas. Relax your small intestine. Relax your large intestine. Relax your abdominal organs. Relax your buttock. Relax your thigh. Relax your knee. Relax your calf muscles. Relax your foot and relax your toes. Relax your whole body muscles, tendons, ligaments, bone marrows, and whole skeleton. Release the tension in your mind and keep relax your face muscles. So bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Deeply and gently breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. Find the sensation in front of your nose. So now allow your inhalation, exhalations to happen naturally. Don't disturb it. And when it happens, through the sensation, not by visualizing, not by thinking, or not by dreaming, not by make anything happen the way you want, but by only through the sensation, recognize this is inhalation, this is exhalation. So learn to wait and catch the sensation. Keep focus your mind to the sensation, please. Bring a little bit more attention and observe the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation. Knowingly, this is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end of the inhalation or exhalation. Observe whole breath body. Breath body means one inhalation or exhalation from beginning to end. Also be aware about the length and the depth of each and every inhalation, exhalation. You may experience some inhalation, exhalations become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Just recognize it. Keep your attention only to the sensation and recognize the change happening moment by moment itself. Bring attention to your body. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe. Also, as far as you can, through galaxies, other planets, stars, reminding yourself like this. With clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one, out of anger or ill will, wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Forward. Visualize yourself and send it as a light. To your backside. To your left side. And to your right side. Downward. And upward. To all 6 directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, in Italy, there was a farmer in a village. So he had a very big farm, and by the time he was a little bit old and he knew himself, now he cannot anymore maintain this farm. And he started to look for someone to get help. He didn't have anyone in his family who can maintain this farm anymore. So then one day he went to the city, look for a helper. And he went around the city and looking, everyone was kind of like middle age and old, and he couldn't find someone can do hard work in a farm. By the time he came to a place, and then there was a very young, strong man was sitting. And then he came close to this young man. He's the only young man he found in that city, and asked, by the way, I'm looking for a person for my farm. If you look for a job, you can come with me. And is there any skill? Is there any experience do you have? So the young man told, I can sleep during a stormy night. By hearing this, farmer was so mad. What's wrong with this young guy? You know, that is what everyone doing. Then he was not sure what he heard. And then again he asked, what? And then again this young man told, I can sleep during a stormy night. Then the farmer left him and went around again around the city. But he couldn't find anyone. On the way back, he saw this man was sitting there, this young man. And then he got a different approach and asked, by the way, what is your name? And this young man told, I am Feman Campolios. And then again this farmer asked, do you have any experience? Is there any way that you can help my farm? Then again this Campolios told, I can sleep during a stormy night. So the farmer had no choice, only this young man, even in that whole city. He told, come with me. And the farmer thought he can train him little by little. So took him to the farm and gave him a place to sleep and show around the farm and told what he need to do. So then few days went, he just was an ordinary guy, nothing special. And then by the time one day at night, there was a storm. Hit so hard in the middle of the night. And the farmer thought he cannot survive out of this storm. And then he ran to the Compolio's room and knocked the door and shouted, Compolios, Compolios, wake up, there is a storm. But no sound, nothing that even come out of the room. The farmer was so mad and he thought, oh, I made a big mistake bringing this man here. And then even he kicked the door, but it didn't open. And the Compolius was in deep sleep. Then what to do? And he ran to the farm and thought that his cattle and that everything going to go that night, destroy everything. By the time he reached to the farm, he saw all the gates were strongly locked, and to the roof he put all the extra weight and tight everything, and all the animals were safe, and everything was so strongly hold to the ground, and the farmer was so happy, and the Compolius was in deep sleep. So when I heard this story, that I start to think about our life. So dear devotees, we know a lot of Dhamma. We know a lot of things, even in during your lifetime, more than me sometimes. You have a lot of experience. You accumulated through your whole journey. You knew a lot of things and you are enough mature to understand what is life. But when something happened to you, sometimes you collapse. When something happened to us personally, and we hold it so strongly, and it's common. There's nothing going to happen especially for you. There's nothing going to happen brand new. So whatever will happen to our life, whatever comes to our life, that everything eons by eons keep happening to the world. But still when something happens, we so collapse. So look at that Comporius, this young guy. He had the quality to sleep during a stormy night. So that's mean when you well prepared in the middle of the night, you don't get disturbed. And then there's nothing to worry. So then remember in your life that all the Dhamma that you know, use it while you are comfort, while you having good day, while you having a sunny day. Use that all the knowledge of Dhamma, skills, and be ready for stormy days. Sometimes tsunami will come. Tornadoes will come and hit us. It's not maybe from outside, but inside our emotional tsunami, emotional tornadoes. And sometimes earthquake can happen. Natural disasters can come to us. And when it comes to you, you can be so relaxed, comfortable, and you can have a sound sleep. And maybe others will worry about and try to fix things in the middle of the storm. That is what mostly we does. But in the Buddha's teaching, when you know the very nature of life, and practicing this meditation, it's kind of like you get prepared. And then, so whatever happen, you can be so comfortable, relaxed. So when it come to life, when we try to prepare for that, when we trying to prepare for our inner nature, you know what is the most difficult part? Remember this in your life. It's not about this outside world. The most difficult part and the most difficult challenge when we get prepared for something, the most difficult, hard, dangerous thing is our own inside opinions regarding our own life. That is the most difficult part to fix. It not allow you to fix your own opinions regarding your own personal life. If you able to tackle that, remember, this entire universe will surrender to you. But even though sometimes we can conquer this outside, this physical, material, entire universe, but get out of our own personal opinions regarding ourselves is very difficult. Why? Because we surround it, we build up our environment around it. That's why when it comes to the spiritual development, listen this and be with me and remember this in your life, that whatever the wisdom, your conscious decision can help for you only 5%. Other all 95%, your day-to-day activities overtake by your habitual patterns and the environment you develop yourself. Because it is so strong. When it comes to your house, your room, your garden, your environment, who you are the one who build up it day by day, day by day, day by day, by your habitual patterns. Now you are living inside that, and when you want to take a conscious decision, it is not easy. Why? Because that all other environment come to you and hold you. So as example, look at that. If you collect alcohol bottles, when we go to some people's house, we see it, and they are hobbies, and they're collecting alcohol bottles. And then one day you think you want to get out of this. It's a conscious decision. But wherever you look, everywhere in little cupboard, suitcase, everywhere, even in your room, personal collection, that everything, alcohol names, memories, pictures with friends, how they're drinking, party, so like that. And then how you can move forward with that conscious decision, because your environment hold you back. It like this. You put your all the blankets, jackets, hat, and everything around you, wrap you, and you living in a prison. In the moment you feel comfortable, but by the time what will happen? Your environment going to win over you. You cannot beat up that. Why? Because you are inside the prison. It doesn't matter whatever the blanket you do, by the time you start to feel cold. So then, that's why these habitual patterns, the break up these habitual patterns and our life, and it is a art. So even though you see that these outside things is deeply your inner behavior. That's why practicing meditation means cultivating your mind. So cultivation means development of your mind. So to develop your mind, you have to get out of the pattern. If you are in the pattern, then there is no development. It is just a continuation. But here, meditation doesn't mean that you are continue your mind. No, you develop your mind. So for that, what you should do in their life? How you can become new? even you take a conscious decision, your environment hold you. And then deeply, you have to practice with your mind. And there is a sutta called Nissaraniya Dhatu Sutta. And there are a few suttas in here. This sutta in Anguttara Nikaya, third chapter, third section. This sutta is called escape. This is a very important sutta when you try to purify yourself, develop yourself, transform yourself to higher level of spiritual practice. Even conventional development, you can apply this. So when it comes to that, the deeply, that there are three things that you have to escape. There are three elements of escape. In the completely this mental elements that happening and developing, build up your samsara. So then you have to take a conscious decision to escape from that. Say that escaping is a kind of like we think in a kind of like a very negative way of attitude. But the beauty of the Dharma, you have, if you get into the Dharma, you gain ability. Whatever the negative, whatever the dark, whatever the bad, whatever the muddy, difficult things, you have power to transform it to a beauty, knowledge, or wisdom. So that's why you cannot throw anything away. You have power to transform it. So the escape nature is a kind of like a, very negative attitude. So here you can use it to escape this attitude to make it kind of like a more profitable for you. So you transform it to the good side. And so what is here mean the escape? So the first one, escape from sensual desires. So when the desires arise, that is natural. Don't try to beat it. You cannot beat that way. It natural process. That is who you are. That's the human being. So when that arises, what you can do, that is important. How are you going to react? It is not whatever happening to you going to change you. No, the way you react to, the way you respond to whatever the environment or whatever happened to you is going to change your life. So then that is why the Buddha's teaching completely based with your conscious decision, your clarity deeper inside your understanding. So you are the epicenter, you are the master, you are the creator, you are the boss within your own mind. So then you have to develop it towards the higher quality, not another way. You can have that. You can go to any direction, but our purpose is develop it to a higher purpose. Make it more clear and beautiful. So for that, the very first thing to escape from the sensual desires. So it is in another way it called renunciation. So as example, look at, then you have to be smart. You cannot tell, oh, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that, I'm going to go out of this, I'm not going to do this anymore. Or I'm going to be vegetarian, I'm not going to drink this, I'm not going to eat that. You cannot do that like that. Get the example from the Prince Siddhartha. So look at, he had a very luxurious life and he had everything. So how he escaped from sensual desires that day, night? How he did that? Even no one knew. Even his wife didn't know what he going to do. Even his father didn't know. Even there were soldiers, the guard, but no one knew. So can you have that kind of mindset? When you say, when you say Buddhang Saranang Gacchami, remember it is just no. You have to get the attitude of the Buddha. See how he escaped. So then remember, when you recognize something that is not for you, don't fight with people. Even you don't need to mention it to them. Don't bring it to table. Don't try to talk about it that much, because other side cannot understand it. They are in a different world. In a family, in a conventional life, if there is something, you can talk like, you can come to a decision. But here, when you look for your inner purity, sometimes you cannot talk with people. Other people don't understand that. So then escape in this sutta, that's why it says, how to escape, how you can find your renunciation, how to get out of the sensual pleasures. Remember, don't try to tell it to everyone. Find your path slowly and do it silently. So get out of the sensual pleasures, the first one, with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind. When the desires arise, and rather than going toward this, get out of it. There are 4 ways that you have to do it. So we're going to go into that. And before that, there are 3 things that you have to get out. So one is sensual pleasure. Another one is the form. So the form means that in our mind, we always dreaming, thinking, developing, format. So what you format in your mind, and you experience next day as life. So you have to get out of that also. So one is the sensual pleasures, and the second one is the form. So that the form, that whatever that we develop in our mind. And the third one, whatever has come to be. So that itself means your existence and your desire to become. And in this very lifetime, or even it can happen beyond the death, and wishing for somebody to be. So like that, you have to escape from that. So there are 3 escapes. One is sensual desires, and other one is form, and other one is that the nature to become. So whatever that the appearance you waiting, you looking for, you nourishing, and becoming a god, go to heaven, or even becoming an animal. And nowadays it is very famous. And especially the children, you have to teach them as parents. Remember, this human life is the most valuable, important life. That doesn't mean other no, that but look how the human life start to control other whole animals world. So this is very important life. And sometimes nowadays, when the children have dogs, cats, birds, and sometimes they thinking to become like that way. So it's nothing wrong having animals, but remember, you are more higher than these animals. So never have a wish to become like animals. So it's kind of like you are from higher to go lower. So it is a different subject. But anyway, that people have that kind of desire to become. So you have to be very careful then. Even in a certain level, that you have to get out of the idea of this even higher existence. I want to be in a better place. So like that. So how you can get out of this? Because even you have this idea, and sometimes it is very difficult for us to get out. So then what we have to do? So this is how. There are four ways. So just imagine you go to a new city and looking for a place to eat. And then that somebody, you ask from someone and then say, okay, go ahead. And then there is like this, there is a place, then you can go and eat there. Food is so good or like that. So then you keep looking and then you find exactly like that place. And then you enter to that shop. By entering, you recognize it is a hardware. So your intention is looking for a hotel, but now you enter to the hardware. What you does mostly? Right away you turn back and go out. See, you don't wait there. Why? Because it is completely different place, and even you cannot ask anything that they have to eat. That is there anything that you can eat there in a hardware? Right away you move, and because you know you enter to the wrong place. Remember that example. You entered, but right away, without spending any minutes, you move back, turn back. So like that, when the desires arise, when you see something, and maybe desire arise, that's a natural, and you are in your previous experience, your habitual patterns maybe take you to that moment. That is very natural. You cannot block it. You cannot stop it that way. But when the desire arise, when the anger arise, when the hatred arise, when the jealousy arise, when any kind of dream arise, when any kind of like the becoming nature arise in you to remind yourself, the very first thing you have to do, get out right away from that idea. Don't spend time there thinking or dreaming. Like some people, they want to just have a nap for 5 minutes. You know, they just thinking they want to have a 5 minute nap. Then what they does? They wake up after 6 hours. And drivers, you know, when most sometimes drivers, they fall into sleep. The very good drivers sometimes, very well experienced drivers. And sometimes when I ask them why it happened, how it happened, you know, they think, they know, they just close their eyes only for 1 second. And thinking to open it in 1 second, just get the rest and then open it. But when you allow it to go down, and when it's go down there, sometimes you have no power to come up. It's like this human nature. It's ourselves like that. Sometimes when the energy go down, there is no way it can come up. Like anabolical, catabolical method in our body. And that's why most of the very old people die in the early morning, because when the energy go down, and after 3 o'clock, 3, and when the 4 a.m., 5 a.m., it cannot go up. There's no way, it has no power to go up, and then they die. So like that, even our conscious behavior the same, our mind the same. Even though you want something, when it enter to something, sometimes you cannot get out of it. Maybe you think, oh, it's okay, a few minutes, you know, so like that. But little by little, it start to take you. So that's why when you recognize, if you don't recognize, you cannot do anything. But if you recognize something, oh, there is a greed arise, there is a lust arise, or there is a anger arise. Mostly you can see this because it's completely happening inside you. Oh, I'm thinking this way, that way. Right away, change it. That is a conscious decision. That all thing can happen in 5 hours maybe, but within 1 minute, that conscious decision can change your whole thing. So you have to take that decision. And so because there are four kind of nature. One is entering nature. So when all the desires, angers, hatred, jealousy entering, and then you start to get like it again and again, you go with that current. It's kind of like you accepting it. You entering, you accepting, and other thing is settle down there. You settle down there and then you hold it. Those are the four nature in our mind: entering and appreciating or accepting that whatever happening, and then settle down, and then you hold it. Like how when you go to the movie theater before this pandemic, and sometimes you look here and there where the good seat to sit. When you want to go for a drama, or you find a very good place. I say you enter, and then you become happy. Oh wow, this place so good. And then the third one, settle down. You find a good seat, and you go there, and then you become comfortable, and you look for your elbow room, and oh, this seat is good. Otherwise, you may change the place. So like that, people do always. So this is happening mentally, and then you ground it, you hold it to that. So then whatever the desire arises, we have these four natures. So then what you have to do, when something comes to your mind, don't allow it to enter. Maybe it entered. Then what you have to do, once you recognize, move out, get out of it. See, sometimes with your wife, when you go to a place or shopping mall, sometimes let me go 1 minute or 2 minutes, and then she go there and start to look. 5 minutes go there, 10 minutes go there, and then maybe after half an hour, and spending so much money maybe, and come. So that's how. So that's why you should not allow enter. In case if entered, your mind entered to something, as soon as possible, get out. Don't allow it to appreciate it, or don't allow it to hold it to that. Don't allow your mind to settle down there. And don't allow it to ground it with that thought. Whenever you recognize, as soon as you have to get out. So start with the deeper inner desires. So whatever you think in the moment, and do the whatever the necessary things in the moment. Don't keep thinking about something, whatever in the future or past, or something good or bad, or like, because all the good and bad come out of the comparison of the past and the future. In the present moment, there is no good. In the present moment, there is no bad. See that if you are able to do something in the present moment according to necessary conditions, you just do it. That's it. But mostly this is happening in our mind while we are in comfort. When we are thinking, this is happening. Then in day-to-day life, when the situations come, you react according to the way you thought. Your anger, the same. Maybe you think, oh, you blame to other people, or other people blame to you suddenly. No, it keep happening in your mind. And then suddenly it come as action. If you don't think that way, suddenly it cannot come like that. And even the good things also the same. So when you keep thinking, then, so that's why in the marketing world, Why that? Why? What do you think? Why this all the very famous brand names that why they need to put advertisement? Because everyone knows. Everyone knows McDonald's. Everyone knows Coca-Cola. Everyone knows Sprite. Even the far away in African countries, they also know. But why they put advertisement? Because when they show you it again and again, then you go for it. Our mind the same. Your anger advertise inside you. You don't see it. You think it's okay. Your greed, hatred, lust, it advertise inside you. So don't allow. What you do, what you need to do, get out of it. And so that is how you maintain your life. And then what will happen? Remember in the beginning that Compolius, the young guy, how he prepared for the stormy night. Then what will happen? When you don't maintain this sensual desires, form becoming nature. When the stormy days come for you, you're not going to get disturbed. You can have a very sound sleep. So then remember, we all, one day we all going to go through very difficult, hard time in our life. Especially that everything we have to hold in our heart, ourself. And maybe you have no any physical strength, no body around you, everything you need to hold in your mind. But when you have capacity, when you have the strength, ability, like nowadays, yourself, and start to practice. Get out of all the desires. Get out of it. Whatever you need to do in day-to-day life, do it. Do your best for that. Be with that things. And that way. And even the unnecessary thoughts, whatever that unnecessary thought in your mind, get out of it. And whatever the becoming in the future, get out of it. Because as everyone knows, if you become 100% successful in the present moment, your next moment, no one can challenge it going to be successful. Idhanandati, pechanandati. So in this very moment, if you complete, happy, satisfied, the very next moment going to be okay. So then you no need to worry about it. So then remember, learn the art of escape. How? Rather than with get entering, rather than appreciating, rather than holding it, rather than grounding, settle down there as soon as possible. Get out of your sensual desires and the form that you develop in your mind or becoming nature. So that way, when the mind prepare for that, good qualities in your life deeply, you're going to experience day by day. You become more free, relaxed, and everything going to be easy in your life. And then there is a moment will come. Your liberation, your transformation going to be in front of you. That is the day you're going to experience your ultimate bliss of Nibbana. So it is before you die, you can experience. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatantarayo sukhi diga yuko bhava. Ittavata cha ammehi sampadang punya sampadang Sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya sabbe satta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya idam me punya kammang ආසවක්කයාවං හෝතු සබ්බ දුක්ඛා පමුංචතු. Bless you.